Welcome to In the Kitchen with Dinah. Today we're making crock pot beef tips.
Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Someone's in the kitchen, I know. Someone's in the kitchen with Dinah. Gonna taste good, I know.
Today I wanted to share with you crock pot beef tips. It's super easy, it's super simple, and you can throw it in the crock pot before you head to work, or if you get busy with the holidays and when you come home for dinner, it'll be all ready. And it's very basic ingredients once again. The first thing you're gonna need is your crock pot or your slow cooker. You're gonna wanna spray the inside of it. Then I have some cut up onion. We're just gonna throw that in the bottom. And if you get everything like cut up and ready to go the night before, you really can just throw this in the crock pot before you leave for work. So we've got our probably a half onion chopped up. It doesn't even need to be pretty. We've got 1.5 pounds of stew meat. We're just gonna put that in the bottom. We have a can of cream and mushroom soup. Okay, then we've got a cup of beef broth, and I'm just using the better than bouillon. Put that in. Then I'm going to eyeball in some Worcestershire sauce, probably a couple tablespoons. Yeah, probably 2 tablespoons. That gives it really great depth of flavor. I'm going to sprinkle a little garlic in and some salt and pepper. Okay, so I'm just gonna, it doesn't have to look pretty. You're just gonna kind of wanna give it a little stir. Some of my stew meat is still frozen, and that's okay because it's gonna cook all day. So I didn't get this started very first thing this morning. So I'm gonna turn mine on high for 6 hours. And I'm gonna be here to watch it. But if you do this first thing in the morning, just do it on low for 8 hours, you should be good. So let's turn this on, depending on what kind of slow cooker you have. So I got it set on high for 6 hours. It's gonna sit there and smell delicious as I do all my stuff I need to do around the house today, and dinner is all done. Then I'll be back when we're ready to serve it. I'm gonna show you how to thicken up the gravy a little, and you can serve it on rice or mashed potatoes or noodles. It's so good, especially on this cold, rainy day that we're having today. So dump that in your crock pot and off you go to work or to school or to all your activities you might have this fall. And we'll be back tonight at dinner. Well, welcome back. Our beef tips have been cooking all day, and I thought I'd show you how I make my instant mashed potatoes, or instant mashed potatoes, my instant pot mashed potatoes. So I've got in here, I've got 5 potatoes. I've peeled them and just quartered them. We're gonna put in a big old cup of water, give it some salt, I'm gonna sprinkle of garlic. If you want, you can use chicken broth. It really makes it taste great. Make sure you're sealing. Mine does it automatically. We're gonna turn it on pressure cook for 8 minutes. Okay, and it's just gonna sit and it's gonna tweet here in a couple seconds. And then you just walk away, and I'm gonna show you how to, there it goes. So it's gonna build up all the pressure in there and cook the potatoes. We're gonna get the cornstarch slurry ready to thicken the beef tips and get that done as we wait for the potatoes. So I have, gosh, a couple tablespoons of water in here, and I'm gonna add a couple tablespoons of cornstarch. Okay, let's head over to the crock pot. Here we go. Look at all that steam. Boy, these are ready. Should have added some mushrooms to them. That would have been so good. So it's a little thin. Honestly, it doesn't look bad. I'm not going to add all of this because I don't want it to thicken. Or you want it, I don't want it too thick. So I'm gonna probably add half of this. And it's gonna continue to boil and thicken. That looks really good. So tender, it's just falling apart. Actually, I don't think I want it any thicker than that. Have some gravy out of it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this to warm. Put the lid on it and we'll just wait for the mashed potatoes are done and then we'll serve it up. Our beeper just went off on my Instapot, so I'm gonna get a steam release here. Usually takes about a minute. Make sure you're not under your cupboard when you do this, because you don't want all that moisture underneath your cupboard.
It's a lot of steam.
It's a lot of steam. So now we're gonna wait for this button over here, the silver button. It has to go down, so that this button here, when that's down, then we can take the lid off. It's getting there. This really is the longest part, I swear. Okay, it just dropped. So then we're gonna open this, and don't put your head over it either. It sings to you every time. All right, there is a little too much water in here, so I'm gonna dump a little water out and then we'll mash them. Okay, I drained the water off of those. Now I'm just gonna add some butter, salt, pepper, and garlic. And whatever other spices you want, you can add sour cream, cream cheese. You could bake it like loaded baked potato, like with bacon and cheese and the whole 9 yards. Garlic is always good. Grab a glug of milk. Then I just get my potato masher. Getting a facial. Okay, that's pretty quick work. So let's grab a plate. All right, so we're gonna dish up some of these potatoes and we're gonna go grab some of those beef tips. And I made a vegetable to go with them. It's probably all I'll eat right there. Go get some beef tips. And I just spoon this over. That beef is so tender from cooking all day. Yumma. And you are ready to have some dinner. Super fast, super easy. You threw it in the crock pot, you left all day, you came back, and dinner was ready. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make crock pot beef tips. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn the bell on for notifications. And we'll see you on the next episode. But for now, have a great night. I don't like looking at that, but I won't be. Anything need to be cleaned up back there?
No, you're good.
Should I look at that?
Yeah, absolutely. That's your
Because I don't have you to look at now.
That's your people.
Hello, people.
All right. Do whatever you need to do.
I'm going to do whatever, and you're going to have to follow me.
I will do my best.
Denver, go sit down.
Go to your spot, Buck. Hey, Mom, look at him, waiting for us to start. He's right in the right spot, too. Good job. Good job, Buck. Waiting in your spot. You're a good boy.
Gonna taste good, I know.